Welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Play action. It's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
We talked about defending specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. We have that eye down the entire time.
And you know it's not easily done because they're throwing misdirection. They're trying to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. That's quickly to Atwell on a slant. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before even getting double coverage to react.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play fake here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. And this one's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
"35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over.
At their own
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. He'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Fields. A throw left side, taken in by Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And again, back to Kmet. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On second down, a run with Herbert. They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Fields' throw pulled in by Schwartz. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Hunt. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tutu Atwell from 19 yards away. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Fields now to throw. Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety. We saw both with evidence there.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow in development, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen. And
according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Here's Fields. Throw left side, there's London.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
No way, you're kidding me!
Cook is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, Parker. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Herbert. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving into more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Fielded just inside the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Fields.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss of 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield.
And this one is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fields.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 5.
Looking to throw. Fields.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second and 8 coming up.
Back to the ground, this time Cook.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
From the gun, here's Fields. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds, and he'll go down at the 28.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Cook again. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A handoff for Herbert. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Back to throw, Fields. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Cook will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
James Cook, ball carrier. Touchdown, Chicago.
Rosas now to add the PAT. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Panthers take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Foreman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. Give him 18 on the play.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options. But when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. But no reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done as you noted. And they did.
He'll drop to throw. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead now down to 20. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
To about the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And some room to work. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for second and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
James Cook.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And they will take a knee here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Chicago, hey, you get